So this is just a quick video for Tony. This rig is unique, and I've taken advantage of a few, one feature in particular. So this uses a custom firmware that enables a particular feature on this to be used, whereby rather than selecting with this knob up here and scrolling through the different talk groups, the talk groups you direct enter via the keypad. Now the way we do this is that first of all, to change zones, okay, so currently it's on the zone which is most likely to be used out at Cowra. You go into the menu, go down to zone, and then there's a few zones that I've plugged in there: High Range, Maddens, Orange, ACT, Goulburn, Chatswood, Dural. Yes. Now for any of those, let's say for example High Range, okay, there's only three memories per zone. Slot 1, talk group 9, slot 2, 505, and the parrot, which is also on slot 2. So we'll go back to the Y-angular zone, confirm, whackers, confirm. With VKDMR, you've got slot 1 and slot 2, but there's only 2 talk groups on slot 2. That's 505 and the parrot. Okay, and you'll see up here, right here, this number 2. That indicates the actual slot number that you're on at any particular time, and the talk group that you're on at any particular time. Okay, so the way I've programmed it is that if you want to go to 505, you just select it with this dial here. If you want to go to the parrot, all right, again, it says here, slot 2, 990, that's the talk group for the parrot, okay? But if you want to get any other talk group, they will always be on slot 1, okay? And there can be numerous and undefined amount of talk groups on slot 1. But that's where 3802, 53, and a few others are. But the only ones on slot 2, again, are the parrot and 505. But notice how I've written here deliberately slot 2, 505, right? And then you go back, slot 1, talk group 9. Now talk group 9 is the default talk group on this particular memory allocation. Slot 1, talk group 9. So if you want anything on slot 1, this is your starting point. If you want anything on slot 2, well, there's only 2 options, 505 or the parrot, okay? And they're selectable by this one up here. However, if you want to go to 3802, right, you want to go to slot 1. So you go back to slot 1, talk group 9 being the default, and we press this key here and we hold it until it comes up with this screen, and then we go 3802, hit the green button, and then red to go back. Now you'll see here that it's taken in 3802, slot 1. Slot 1, default is talk group 9, but you've actually manually dialed up 3802. And then to activate that talk group, right, it's a user activated talk group. You then immediately hit the transmit button, okay, and that will activate the talk group and then link you to whatever repeater you're trying to talk to someone else on who are also coming in via 3802. If you want to go to talk group 53, okay, again, press and hold, all right, and then you enter 53, and then use this red key here to delete the last 2 numerals. hit green to go OK, red to go back to the main screen, and again you can see here it says 53. Even though you're on slot 1 and the default is talk group 9, you've manually dialed up talk group 53, slot 1. And then you again have to user activate that that talk group, and you'll be right to go. That's the wrong tone. That's the negative tone. That's the I haven't connected to squat tone, because I'm not actually in range of this repeater at the moment. This is just a demo. Maybe I'll give you a demo of what things actually look and sound like when you do connect. Now, to go to a zone, seeing as I'm in Sydney, I might just go to what would be ordinarily a favourite of mine here, and that is high range. And we'll go to confirm there. Now, these other zones just have the 3. They have slot 1, talk group 9, slot 2, 505, or the parrot, and the rest are unprogrammed. Okay, so to check that we're, say for example, getting into talk group 9, which again is for local use only, doesn't connect anywhere. Right, we'll just go to a window here on high power. We could probably use low power. Now for low power, this button here, we just momentarily, right, select between low and high. Okay, go to low power, and we'll try and key up high range on low power. There we go. Okay, so there was a positive confirmation that you're accessing high range repeater from here. Do it again. There you go. All right. If you don't access it, all right, if you can't access that repeater, then it will give out a tone like this. There you go. Okay, so you either just increase the power by hitting this top button once. There we go. If you again want to change talk groups, you press and hold that top button. Okay, and you enter, let's say 3806. If you want to go to 3806, hit the green key, hit the red one to go back, and then as you can see on that top line there, 3806. Now I've actually plugged in on this zone a few other memory allocations, the 505, the parrot, and then the Wyangler analog, the Burawa commercial repeater, UHF CB08, CB channel 42, CB channel 45. When you're in Sydney, there's a DMR repeater which is not hooked into anything, but is quite can be used by us in Sydney, and that's at Horsley Park, and a few 70 centimetre repeaters, which are basically Western and Southwestern Sydney based. But basically what you'll be using is this one here. You'll go to 505, right? And you might just monitor 505 for any activity. But of course, this is the Wyangler zone. So this radio is unique in that all these other radios I've got, that one there, that one there, that one there, they're very difficult to direct dial a talk group. This radio here, the way it's set up, it's better for me to program. It's simpler because all I have to do is program in 2 slots, a few other repeaters, and then it's up to you to enter the talk group numbers that you want to go to. Other radios require me to enter in all the talk groups that are likely to be used, and that can take a lot of time to program. This is a bit easier. One of the few, if not, it's at least the simplest radio I've come across out of all these other ones, right? Except for maybe this one. This is also got hacked firmware in it as well, to direct dial talk groups. Hope that works. Contact me if you've got any problems.